My cousin will come knock on my door. Knock, 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 knock. First thing I say is, go away. Hey, this is Soberman 504. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we're going to talk about my journey to sobriety. Oh Lord, it was a rough one. When I say rough, it was a rough one. It got so bad, my mama thought she was going to have to take out a life insurance policy on me. She thought she was going to have to bury me. Everybody else around me saw that but me. I didn't see it. I was too busy at the nightclub, chasing women, making women mad. I was doing it all. I thought I was having fun. It wasn't fun for everybody else. It was only fun for me. In those days, I was barely working. And when I did work, all of my money went to my liver. When I was broke, searching around the house for pennies, nickels. If I found a quarter, I hit the jackpot. If I found the dollar bill, oh, it was gonna be a good day. I didn't even have enough money to go to a fast food restaurant to buy myself a sandwich, but some kind of way, I always wind up with a bottle of liquor. Everybody across town knew me, certain corner stores. I always was good with the corner store clerk. I always paid them back on time, because I knew it would become a day when I needed to get that bottle. I knew I was going to need that bottle one day, so I made sure I always pay everybody on time. I'm going to pay you back tomorrow the next day. Yep, I'll pay you back and be asking for a bottle at the same time. And they would always be cool with me because they knew that I would pay them back. You talking about dark days. Man, waking up with headaches. Waking up in the middle of the night throwing up. I'm talking about going a whole week of just throwing up. Couldn't eat. Every time I drank water, I had to puke it up. I didn't want to see nobody. I would just be laying in the bed. My cousin would come knock on my door. Knock, 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 knock. First thing I say is, go away. I don't want to see you. Boy, open up that door. No. I don't want no company. My mom tried to come over. Wouldn't even let my mom in the house. She's like, boy, open up that door. No, the house too dirty. My house was filthy. Trash all over the place. You have chicken left over for a whole week sitting there. You trying to nibble off of that. Can't eat because the first thing you try to eat is gone in the toilet. Or me, I had a towel on the floor. It was nasty. It was horrible. Horrible. Couldn't work because nobody ain't want to be around me. I was smelly. Not from not taking a shower. The alcohol was coming out my skin. And don't talk about on top of the cigarettes. Alcohol and cigarettes stinks. It really stinks. It smells like shit. I'm not knocking everybody who drink. I'm talking about drinking how I was drinking and what it made me smell like. If you could drink, more power to you. But those of us who cannot drink and it's become a detriment to our lives and our careers, that's what I'm talking about. And that's who I'm talking about. It was detrimental to my career. I woke up, looked in the mirror, and the next thing you know, 20 years done passed by. And I'm like, what the hell happened? What happened? I was too busy pointing the finger at everybody else, worrying about their career and not worrying about my own. How he doing this? How he doing that? Well, if you look at the way they live, well, he don't drink or he doesn't piss people off when he drink. He smells good. He looks good. He's taking care of business. When you drink, you lack the drive. I'm talking about me only. I'm talking about me. Lack the drive, lack the motivation. All you want to do is sit down and watch TV and laugh, watch documentaries, watch this. Nothing pertaining to you. You're not helping yourself, meaning you sitting down bullshitting. That's what I meant to say. That's all you're doing. The TV is entertaining you while you drank your bottle. And don't talk about the friends that come around you. This one won't spend a night. We talking about grown men now. All of us drinking. He won't spend a night because he don't want to go by his grandma. Or because the old lady put him out. Or let's go by sober man. Well, I wasn't sober man then, but You get the point. So you got a whole house full of people drinking, and we all talking about this and that, ain't getting nothing accomplished. Don't talk about dark days. A house full of junkies. When you're in the game like that, you don't even notice that you're a junkie. First thing you keep saying, I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna get it together. Next thing you know, it's 10 years, 15 years, 20 years done passed by, and everybody's successful but you, because you chose that life. You chose that drink. Life is like this, like the palm of your hand. Which direction you want to go? The short end? This way, that way, or that way? I chose the wrong way to go. But there was light at the end of that tunnel. I tell you that, for me, it was. I went to rehab for the first time. I didn't want to go, but I went. That first time I went to rehab showed me the better way of life. It showed me. It gave me the blueprint. The best thing that could have ever happened to me. It gave me the blueprint. First time I went to rehab. But that first time in rehab wasn't enough. I relapsed. So I went again. And I stayed sober for a minute that time, but then I relapsed again. That was a situation where when I relapsed that time, I still was putting the blame on other people while I relapsed, and that was all BS. But if I tell you that story, you'll be like, wow. But that made me strong too. So then I went in a third time, and after that, the third time I went to rehab, I only stayed 2 weeks because I had enough by then. I got tired of, it's a bunch of different stuff. That rehab, I'm not gonna call the names, but it's in New Orleans, and I went up in there for 2 weeks, and I just couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle being around a certain type of lifestyle anymore. That was just a wrap. I was like, this, no. I was broken in by that time. The bottle was undefeated. If the bottle was rounds, the bottle beat me up for over 20 years. And I refused to let it beat me up another day, period. So after that, that was it. No more drinking, no more smoking. That was the dark days. Fighting for your life, having your mama thinking she gonna bury you and you still young. I didn't realize I was hurting everybody else. I didn't realize that was hurting her. I'm her son. Just imagine, the person that gave birth to you, they gotta watch you destroy your life and destroy yourself. That's a hurting feeling. That's what they mean by you hurting your other family members, you're hurting everybody else around you. That's what that meant. And I finally understood that when I went to rehab the last time for 2 weeks. And then to check myself out and said, enough is enough. Nobody should have to hold my hand in rehab. So after I came out of rehab with the plan. The plan was to get back on my feet, do whatever I had to do. So I got out of rehab, started working on myself, let everybody know that I was sober. People took a chance on me. Not everybody, but just only 1 or 2 people took a chance on me. That was it, in the workforce. Everybody else, I had to prove it. Then they still have haters. What the haters didn't know is that I'm a competitive person by nature. Every time they would talk to their friends about me, they don't know. People are so stupid. People are dumb. You say something about somebody, it's gonna get back. Especially in the community that I'm in. You be like, well, don't say nothing. That person be like, oh, I ain't gonna say nothing. Bullshit. Don't believe them. The word get back. So the word kept getting back to me. Oh, you got a track record. Oh, he gonna do that. Oh, he gonna do this. Word get back to me. That just added more fuel to the fire. They didn't know that I was rising. I just kept working hard, kept fighting every day. Kept fighting, kept working. At this time, I had no desire to drink. I always had my personal reasons on why I drank. And I'm sitting in these groups in rehab, and they tell me, well, what triggers you? What triggers you? And I'm just sitting in there, because I'm sober, clear-headed. I'm just sitting up in there. Nothing triggers me. I don't have no triggers. Nothing triggers me. I wanted to drink. I wanted to do that. Well, write down all your triggers. I'm like, I don't know what my triggers are because nothing triggered me. Every time I got mad, I knew I was going to drink before I got mad. Somebody died, I knew I was going to drink at the funeral. Or I knew I was going to give me a cigarette. Let me tell you something. One time, right when I first quit smoking, I got in an argument with my girlfriend. Right when I first quit smoking. I'm like, I'm not going to go smoke because that's an excuse. That don't trigger me to go smoke. Why am I gonna go smoke a cigarette because she made me mad? That's just killing myself. So no, I don't have excuses. I don't believe in triggers. After I got out of rehab, I hit the ground running. I had a plan. If you don't have a plan when you're coming out of rehab, you might fail. You gotta have a plan and stick to it and be consistent with it. So after that, stuff started getting easier. I didn't have the vice no more to go to the corner store and drink. I didn't want that no more. Cigarettes wasn't my thing. I wasn't at the club pissing everybody off, chasing women, because women cost money. Spending all my money at the bar when I did have money. All those days was over with. The next thing I noticed, my bank account. Hold up, let me get to that. I still had a bank account. I was overdraft. And it went up to something. So I had to clear that up first. So after I cleared up the bank account situation, every penny I made went into the bank account. And I didn't spend. Once my rent was paid, everything went into the bank. I didn't eat out. I cooked my own meals. That was it. So the bank account grew. More money. Saved up enough to buy a car. I mean, all of this happens when you quit drinking. Then the word started getting around. Sober man is back. He's back. People start, are you going to meetings? How you doing it? No, I don't go to meetings. I don't like hearing war stories all day. Wasting my time hearing that, I could be doing something else. So no, I don't do the meetings. So I kept letting my bankroll roll up. Money here. Now I got money. Now I got a car. People still hating. Oh, it's only a matter of time before you fall off. And I'm like, okay, I'm just laughing. Because you know the word always getting back to me. This was said that. I ignore them. Don't worry about them. Okay. Keep making more money. So every time I get a chance, I reinvest back into myself. That's the key once you get out. And then it just become a way of life. I don't believe in one day at a time. People say that. If it works for you, good. Try it. But for me, it's just a way of life. You know you're not supposed to drink. I don't need outside motivation. I motivate myself. And that's been working for me, and I'm sticking to it. That's all you got to do. Find what works for you and stick to it. Don't be listening to everybody when they're trying to tell you what to do and how to do it if they haven't walked in your shoes. Now, if they walk in your shoes, yeah, you take from everybody, but you filter it. On this side of the fence, life is great. I can't even tell you the joy. Because then you'll think I'm bragging. You would think I'm bragging. You would think that I'm making all this stuff up. No, I ain't making it up. It's true. When I say I came out running, and my story is different from a lot of people. I was homeless. I slept under the bridge. I slept on a park bench. When it got cold outside, I went to the shelter. Multiple times I went to the shelter. I had to get up at 5 in the morning because they kick you out. 5 or 6 of them, I can't remember. But one of them time they kick you out, put you on the bus, and you're on your merry way. I've been through all of that. And when I tell you, when I quit and I had a plan and it started working for me, when I tell you I have a nice car and a house, it works. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I'm at peace with myself. I don't have to drink anymore. That days are over with. If I relapse, it's because I want to pick up a drink, and it's because I choose to pick up a drink. That ain't happening. Make the right choice in your life. Don't cheat yourself out of a nice, healthy life. By the way, please leave a comment by below. Hit the subscription button. Hit the bell so you can be notified every time we post a video. Please leave a comment. Let's get the conversation started. Peace.